This is Brancaster. It's Brancaster Golf Club. You can just about see on the beach down there. It's a lovely southerly today, lovely flat sea, blowing about a top of a 2, bottom of a 3, I think. So I'm making good speed. In the distance, you can see Gore Point. I'm going to head up that way and see if I can get as far as Thornham. Just leaving the harbour now, as you can see behind us. It's not what you call crowded today, actually, but it's pretty good. I'll give you a bit of my thinking about my sail today. I'm heading west along the coast. There's the harbour behind me, and the sand you can see up there is Stockhead Island. Up here is Thornham Harbour. But I do know that the tide is flowing east at about 1.5 knots this time of tide. So my safest bet is to head up tide and a little bit upwind. I'm sort of close reaching at the moment along the coast, which gives me a nice easy down tide and off wind sail back. It's about bottom of force 3. There's no need for me to reef. It's spilling a little bit of wind now and again, but not bad at all really. It's really quite pleasant. Boat's all set up quite nicely. It's surviving the winter okay. In 4 weeks' time, I've got the North Norfolk event, so I'll be looking forward to that. Perhaps we'll be mirroring this trip on that occasion. Right, 20 minutes on and we're approaching Thornham Harbour now. You can see, you probably just about to make out on the video, you can see little lines of breakers up ahead. This distance it's difficult to distinguish whether it's the breakers on the beach on the east side of the entrance or the breakers on the nose of sand on the west side. Because I've been here before, I can probably gather that the breakers furthest out, but you can see out there beyond the point are probably the breakers on the west side of the entrance. But the technique is to sail along in deep enough water, close enough that you can see just outside the breakers, and then you'll be able to see when the entrance appears. It could be they've still got some buoys up there, but they sometimes take them in for winter. But it could be I'm wrong and I've got to go out round that those breakers out there, farthest out, and then find the entrance. Okay, another 10 minutes and things are much clearer now. It's difficult with these low-lying coasts and these sandy entrances. It's difficult to see exactly what's happening. But you can see, whether you can see it on the video or not, there's a gentle swell that's building a little bit now, even where I am, and then breaking in the shallow water over there. That's an indication that the water's a bit shallower here, so plate's up to just less than half, because I don't want to risk damaging the plate. But what I can see now, I can see where's one of the channel buoys, make it out on the video just beyond the breakers. So it's clear now. What I've got to do is sail out round these breakers, and then I can cut in close to where that buoy is. So I'm getting close to being a beam of the buoy now, but I can see, and you'll probably see in the video, there's still some steep little waves coming in there, so it's really an indication that the water's shallow, and I've got to go a little bit farther to find the deeper water. There's a load of little seabirds in the water up there where it's you can definitely see the water's flattened out, the swell is dying, and I can see now where the channel is leading in over towards the southwest. Two little breakers there on the port, on the east side of the channel. So time to concentrate, harden up, and a bit of tacking to get into the harbour. Right, getting in now. You can now see there are a few green buoys, starboard hand buoys over there, and the channel is quite close to the edge of the sand. Still shallow over on the left over this way. So I'll just poke into the harbour a little bit, then tack, and I'll keep back out again. Right, past the green buoys now. Looks as though it's fairly steep too, that bit of water, bit of sand here. Good place to stop if necessary. I'm going to have to put a tack in, I think. There's the green buoys up there. Of been a bit fraught there, some close tacking, but a couple more green buoys, so I can plenty of water here for me to go a little bit further. There's a good stopping place there for month's time. Bit of a gust there. Very nice. I better concentrate now because I've got to bear off a bit and sheet out, so I need both hands. That's why I've just come in. Phew, break the turn now, and I'm on the way back out. I'll have a look at this Bermuda beach over here, see what it's looking like. On the way out. Tide's still making, so okay. It's going really well. And I've got, let's see, I've got just over half a plate there. So we'll see what depth we've got on the edge of this piece of sand. It'll be a good place for soup stock at some time during the winter. Yeah, still close and not touched yet. Very nice piece of sand. Good, so we're heading out now. Back out into the sea and then back to Brancaster. Goose wing now on the way back out the harbour. I'm going to see if I can leave the camera in situ and get some footage of a bit of action. Great, making my way out now, find a bit of deeper water, make the rubber depth so I can put a jibe in, and then head straight back along the coast of Brancaster. Still a few little breakers coming in here, so clearly there's still some shallow water about, but it's smoothing out now, so it'll soon be time I can just stick a quick jibe in. There's no need for me to hug the coast on the way back out of the worst of the tide. I've got favourable tide, west flowing at about a knot and a half, I think. So. Just put a jibe in. Amazing how the speed of the boat picks up as soon as you're off a dead run and onto a bit more of a reach. It's much easier to see how to get in once you're in, looking at the face of the waves rather than the backs of them. But, yeah, there's Brancaster in the distance. Should be there in about 25-30 minutes, I think, at this speed. Cracking sail back. As suspected, the wind's freed me a little bit, so I can relax a little bit more. That boat's going really well. Just on the edge of planing a couple of times, which is nice. Thanks. That's where we come from, up there. Usually the journey back is about half to 2/3 of the journey up there, because the extra push you get from the tide. The boat's looking well, actually. This is it. just in the entrance to the harbour now. Nice quick sail back, just up onto the plain in one or two of the gusts, all very pleasant. Let's see the harbour boys now. So there ahead of us. Top of the tide now, so we don't need to worry too much about water depth. But a very pleasant day. Oh, look, I'm not the only idiot either, Rick. Somebody else out and about. It's always lovely coming back into the harbour. Things quieting down. Just about to start my hardening up and the beat up to the hard to cover the boat. So I'm going to roll the genoa away and make life easy for myself. And then drag the boat out of the water.